Welcome everybody and thank you for joining me. So today I want to talk about a topic that I read about recently, and that is the storage problem on the Xbox Series consoles. For those who don't know, the Xbox Series X console shipped with a 1TB of storage, while the Xbox Series S shipped with 500GB. Now in the old days of physical discs, that would have been more than enough, but in today's times, as you can imagine, that is barely 10 games. Now with the Xbox One, there is a bit of an easier solution, and that is the fact that you can simply plug in any external hard drive that you have, and by doing this you can launch and play any game that you want straight from your hard drive. Now the Xbox Series consoles does allow you to plug in an Xbox One hard drive and copy games back and forth, but it is not possible to launch and play games, at least not the current gen optimized versions of those games, because of the special SSDs that is inside of these new consoles. What you can do, and I'm speaking under correction here, is use your Xbox One external hard drive on your Xbox Series X and even play games that way, but it will be the last gen version of the game through backwards compatibility. If you want to play the optimized Xbox Series version, you have to copy the game over to your new console and launch it from there. The fact that Xbox does allow you to use old hard drives on your new console does mean that they are at least a bit more consumer friendly than PlayStation, where you cannot do that, but at the end of the day it doesn't really mean much. You are still stuck with a 1TB of internal memory, with games like Forza and Halo both being over 100GB each. As you can imagine, you will have to start cleaning out your hardware on a regular basis, especially once you get Xbox Game Pass. Now there is a solution for all of this, and that is the fact that you can buy an external storage card specifically made for your console, but it is going to cost you essentially doubling the cost of your console. Xbox offer a 1TB $200 external card and a $400 2TB card, and considering that the Xbox Series is only $300 and the Series X is $500, as you can imagine, most people are not very keen on doing this. Even those who does have the money still runs into a problem, and that is the fact that for an extra $200 to $400, you basically just double your storage. And once again, considering how big AAA games is, even with the additional storage, one card is still not enough. You will pretty much be able to get 20 to 25 games, and that is about it. With Xbox Game Pass you will hit those numbers really fast. Now on PC you have the same problem, but there is a cheaper SSD solution out there, and it also allows you to plug in more than one SSD at a time, which means that the transition between games is much smoother. It might not be a big deal just to swap out one hard drive for another, but having more than one drive available without the constant unplugging definitely helps. The fact that Xbox can only take one card at a time is definitely a bit of a problem, and something that I think that they should fix for their mid-gen upgrade. Now this video is not just about highlighting problems, as there is also a few solutions to talk about. Although there is nothing that you can do about the fact that Xbox only have one slot for an external hard drive, there is a few things that you can do if you do not have $400 for a custom console SSD. Once you have downloaded games onto your Xbox Series console that you do not want to uninstall, you can move it over to a normal and much cheaper hard drive, opening up space on your console. Should you ever want to play those games again, you can simply plug in the hard drive and move the game back to your Xbox Series console. It is a bit of a drag to do, but it is not a $400 worth of drag, at least not in my opinion. Now I do hope that Xbox consider their storage issue, especially now that they want to go even more digital, but another thing to take into consideration is that cloud gaming can make all of this obsolete once Xbox has completely figured out the technology, and hopefully then it can also be used to download and save games on the cloud. But for now, more space for external storage would definitely be a welcome sight when Xbox inevitably upgrade their consoles. But that is all that I have for now, so if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you would like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing, and as always, please remember to stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I hope to see you again soon.